Hey you guys, it's Lizzie, and I am here. I'm running late today, and I'll tell you guys why. So I'm here to make the pin cushion that I posted about on our page earlier. This guy. So I'm going to be making this super cute little pin cushion, but I'm running late because I went to go pick up my Christmas cards and they were all blurry. Every single one of them was messed up and blurry. So I had to sit at the store at the kiosk and make all my Christmas cards over again. So that chewed up quite a bit of my afternoon, and I didn't get here as fast as I wanted to, but I'm here now. So if you pop on and say hi, I'm going to pull you guys up on my phone so I make sure and not miss any comments. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, let's see. There it is. I'm going to turn it down. Okay, so I got you all on my phone. So you're going to want to watch this video live while it's going on and share the video and tell me that you shared the video. And I'm going to give away the super cute pin cushion that I'm going to make right now in this video to someone who shared it during the live video. So share this video. Tell me, hey Erin, tell me while you're watching that you shared so that I can make sure and write you down, and then I'm going to draw old school like I do. And hi Christine. Hey Mama. So I'm going to draw old school like I do and pick a winner for this pin cushion. Well, not this one, but the one that I'm making right now in the live video. So all right, so the way this came about, and it's so funny because my mom's watching, but she doesn't care. She loves to have her presents spoiled. She was the child who would unwrap the gifts and wrap them back up so that nobody would know that she unwrapped it. And then she would see what she got for Christmas, and she would, wouldn't tell anybody, but she always knew. And I'm her daughter, so I used to use the same trick. So she's not going to care, but I made this. I actually showed her this morning because I was so excited. I made this for my mama, and because she's our seamstress in our family, she does a lot of sewing, and so I thought this would be just a cute little thing to add to her stocking. So if you've got someone who likes to sew in your family, it's so simple to make, super, super cheap and easy. I'll go through what I use for this in a minute. Don't pretend like you're sad, Mom. You don't care. Okay, so I had these ball mason jars. They're the 250 milliliter. They're like wide mouth, short, squatty little mason jars. I got them in a 4-pack on clearance at Hobby Lobby. So when you break down the cost, I think this guy cost me $1. Maybe a little less than $1. And this is scrap material that I already had. Hi, Samantha. So if you're just joining me, you got to share this video to enter a chance to win this cute little pin cushion that I'm going to be making during this live video. Hopefully it goes well. I've only made one other one in my whole life, and this is it. So share this video. Tell me you shared so I can, then I'll check after the video is over and draw just from the names who did it during the live. So I use this mason jar. I have this scrap piece of material. I'm using this one for this video because it's what I had. It's cute, like, if you can see, like little polka dots. So it's a fun little piece of material. Scissors, my glue gun, and you do need a needle and thread for this. You don't need to know how to sew, but because it's really easy, but you do need a needle and thread. So that's all. Oh, and batting. So this is just regular polyfill, extra. I don't know, you stuff a teddy bear, maybe quilting, whatever. just some batting. You use very little of it for this project. So, okay. First thing that I did was I cut, in my piece of paper, I cut a 6-inch circle. So, there's a strategy to doing that. If you guys don't know how to cut a almost perfect circle out of a piece of paper, my husband taught me, and it's okay, bye mama, have a good rest of the day. So I cut a 6-inch circle out of my paper so that I could follow that for my material. I'm going to cut my material into that 6-inch circle. It does not have to be perfect, just as close to it as possible. If you pop on, say hi. I'll try to catch the comments as you guys come on. And if you just hopped on, I had said I am going to be giving away this pincushion to someone. How much is the bag of polyfill? Okay, this bag of polyfill is, I think it was like $6. Maybe it's at $6.99 at Walmart, but you use so little of it for this project, and so I wouldn't even know how to break that down. It barely anything. And you could just use any scrap material that you find you have around your house, anything, an old pillowcase, something. Now, my husband did bring up a good point, because, you know, we discuss all of my craft projects together. He's a manly man. But we discuss all of my craft projects, and he brought up a good point about not using like a tightly woven, how did he say it? Like a tightly woven material, because the, nope, not bad at all, Aaron, because the pins, when you stick them in there, could, you know, tear the fabric or you mess it up. So you don't want to use anything too tightly woven, whatever that means. Sounds like a technical term. But all right, so I just cut out my little, and it's not perfect, it doesn't need to be, cut out my little 6-inch circle of fabric. And so now I'm going to take my needle and thread. This is really easy, y'all. We're going to do a really loose stitch around the edge of the fabric. Very, very loose stitch. So if you just pop on, share this video, and tell me you shared, and I will be giving away this cute pin cushion that I'm making. It will be like this one. You can see it, to someone who shares this video during the live. You're just gonna accordion it, just really loose stitch. You do not have to be able to sew to do this. It's very simple. You can see how I'm just, I think you can see that. Just stacking it around. You just want it to be very, very loose. And if you have a sewing machine, you can set the settings to a wider stitch and do the same thing. You just would cut your string longer at one end, or, you know, so that you could gather it. And I'll show you that when we get to that point. But it's really easy. You're just gonna accordion it around. It does not have to be perfect. Just stay along the edge of your circle, just like that. And you'll see why whenever we stuff it, while we're doing that. But just accordion it just like that. That's all I'm doing. Really easy. And like I said, I'm making this guy as a stocking stuffer for my mama. So, you know, hey, or anyone really, this would be a really cute little just gift by itself. If you know someone who loves to sew or do this type of stuff, you know, the quilting or whatever, this would be something really great for them. You could put together like a little gift basket with some needles and thread and maybe some material, and this cute little pin cushion would add something really sweet to the mix. But there it is right there. All right, so I'm all done. I just went around the edge of it, and let me see if I can show you guys how wide the stitch is. It's very like, can y'all see that? It's just like that. So it's very simple to do. And at this point, you can just leave your needle attached if you want to. It's not going to hurt anything if you do. All right, we're going to take the lid off of our jar, our mason jar. At least the inside lid comes out, and we're going to need that to attach. And I'm going to take a little bit, just a little bit. It does not take very much at all to do this. Thank you, Samantha. Samantha shared the video. Okay, there we go. So you guys, you have to share the video while it's live in order to have a chance to win this cute pincushion. So share it, tell me you shared, and I'll check to see who shared it after I end the video. So I'm putting it in the center. I just took a very small amount, and I'm going to check to see if it's enough or too much. I'm not really sure. And this is where your stitch comes in. So I started pulling it to gather it up. Be gentle. You don't want to pull it too hard. And so I think that's going to be good. So I'm just checking to see. It's going to make like a little ball. It comes out easily if you did the wide stitch. So this is where you're going to take your jar lid, and you're going to stick that. Can y'all see what I'm doing? You're going to stick that in the top of the pincushion, or your, little mushroom, and you're just going to gather this around the jar lid, kind of like so that it has the solid little base. I don't know if y'all saw how I did that. I'll show you one more time because I'm not sure how much you can see. And I don't know, I'm going to check this before I glue anything down to make sure that I didn't make it too puffy or too big for my jar, my mason jar, because it can be too thick or too big. At least I think I can. So did y'all see how I just pulled this string and gathered it around my lid? It's really easy. So, okay. So now I'm just checking I'm going to check it with my lid. So I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to tie anything off or glue anything. I'm just going to stick it inside and check it with my, and you can kind of see how it's coming together. It's so simple. To make sure that it's like I want it. And it is. I'm happy with that. I like that. So I'm going to take that off and gather it down tightly. And I'm going to take my needle. That's why you want to leave your needle attached. And I'm just going to put a stitch in it to hold it together. It's super easy. Just kind of tie a knot with your string and your needle so that it kind of ties it off to hold it together. But I'm going to come back through with my hot glue too. And so if you don't want to do this part, if you use your sewing machine and you don't have a needle attached to it anymore, which you absolutely can do if you set it to a wider stitch, then you can just glue, at this point, hot glue it down. I thought it would be easier to tie it off for me, but I don't think that you actually would have to. So that's simple. I just put a knot and I'm cutting my needle off. And this is what we're making. If you're just popping on, we're making this cute little pin cushion right here. That's my thread from my needle. All right, so now I have my top of my pin cushion. And it's that simple. So I'm going to take it now and just check it one more time before I glue anything down, because you never know. I very well could have messed it up or done something. Or I'm just kind of pulling it through to make sure. But there it is. So I'm still happy with that. And you need to make sure that you don't have any of the extra batting like around the edges, because if you do, you're not going to be able to, y'all, I hear my sweet baby. You're not going to be able to close the lid. So you got to make sure it comes down pretty tight right there. So now I'm just going to take a little bit of hot glue to hold this in place, just in a couple of places. This is really simple, and honestly, the first one I ever made, I've never done it before, and it took me, you know, really probably 20 minutes from start to finish, because it's very, very simple. Oh, it's nap time, so her daddy's trying to get her to lay down for a nap, and she doesn't sound too happy about it. So I'll just put a little bit of hot glue there to hold my material in place. I'm going to cut a circle out of this to finish out the bottom. This is just a piece of cardstock. You can use paper, you can use felt, anything that you have. If you guys just pop on, say hi. Also, if you share this video during the live, I'm going to go back and check to see who shared it during the live. You're going to enter a chance to win this cute little pincushion. So share, share, share. So I just put this down, my lid down, and traced a circle with the inside so that I didn't make it too big. And I'm just going to cut my circle out, and this is how I'm going to finish out the bottom. Just so that the edges don't fray or ravel or come apart. If you're worried about this part looking pretty, use some felt or use more material, or just, like I said, anything really that you have around the house. But I'm going to hot glue this down. My poor baby. Nap times are always rough when you have a toddler. They need to sleep, but they fight to sleep. I don't know. I'd love to take a nap right now. So I just put a good bit of hot glue on the back of my paper, and I'm going to pop that down on this. Just to kind of finish it out and keep anything from fraying. So that's what it looks like right there. Easy peasy. I'm going to take my lid. This is the home stretch, y'all. This is it. Put it back in. Check again to make sure that I got it. I kind of have to pull up the sides a little bit. Now, I'm going to glue it down into my lid to make sure that it holds nicely. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue, and then you got to be kind of fast at that point because, ooh, I almost got a finger. The glue dries fast. So I'm going to pop that down in there and pull the top, and it's that easy. And then it's going to dry and glue it, and you can be rough with it when you're pulling the top like that. But yeah, so I'm just going to hold it in place a little bit until it dries to make sure it's on there good. And that is really all there is to this pincushion project, to be honest. I mean, there's not much more. It's a really easy project, really cute, great stocking stuffer idea. So that's why I was excited about it. And it's all done. So when you reattach your lid, you've got your pincushion. So there it is. Now, I think it's really cute to add, like, you can put, add some buttons in there, put a few, your sewing stuff. I don't know what, your thimble, your buttons, maybe a couple of spools of thread, or your bobbin, whatever it is that you use for sewing. This is a great little, storage container for that stuff. And then you just can screw the lid on. And there you have it, y'all. That's it. Put your little pins in there. And it really is that easy. Like, it's all about the little puffy lid part. And how cute is that? It's a great little stocking stuffer idea, and just the fun fabric on the top makes it, I don't know, kind of matches the buttons. But y'all, that's it. That's my easy, super cute pincushion project, stocking stuffer, a little last minute thing. If you have this stuff around your house, the mason jars, the fabric, I mean, if you're a crafter or you sew or you quilt or something, you might already have this stuff hanging around. I don't know, but I did. The only thing that I think I bought were the jars. I picked those, like I said, I picked those up at Hobby Lobby on sale. If you go right now, they have all their glass on sale for 50% off. So you guys, I mean, share this video. I'm about to end it. So you have to share the video right now or while it's live in order to be entered in a chance to win this guy. I'm going to send this to somebody. After I get off here, I'm going to check and see who shared, and we're going to do it, draw the names old school. I'm going to write them on a pot, you know, write them on the paper, put them in a pot, and we're going to do that. So at the beginning of the video, I had said that, and I have a couple more minutes that I can do this, but at the beginning of the video, I had said that I cut the 6-inch circle, and I know how to do that. So my husband actually showed me a great way to do this, and I think it's a good tip. And I mean, you may already know this, but I didn't know. So I'm going to show you that really fast because it made it a lot easier to get the right size knowing these things, or knowing how to do this. And like I said, he's just, sometimes he's the genius behind the things I do. Like I have it in my mind and he'll tell me the most efficient way to do something. But what I did was, this is the paper I used. I don't know where that came from. So I'm just going to cut a piece out, just any size. And I said I wanted like a 6-inch circle. So I only have a tape measure, so don't laugh at me. I didn't even look for my mom's little like tape sewing measuring whatever. So I just have my tape measure. So I'm going to measure out 6 inches, and I'm going to cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a 6-inch square. I thought this was the neatest thing, and it really helped me to see how to do, to do this, and I'll use it doing a lot of things. I almost felt silly for not knowing it, but I'm going to cut a 6-inch square out. So 6 inches that way. And for this project, this pincushion that I made, this jar that I use, a 6-inch, this method, a 6-inch circle worked great for this project. And this is exactly how I made my little circle to measure out my material. So I guess you could do this with the material too, honestly. Just not even do it on the paper, but cut the material directly. I didn't even think about that. I mean, you could do that too. But you're going to fold it in half once and fold it in half again, or fold it again to where you have a tiny square. So I folded it twice. So like that, and then like that, the tiny square. And I'm just going to cut the edge off. So, and you know what? This too, I think in Erin's no-sew Christmas tree skirt video, this is what she did to cut the circle of her Christmas tree skirt. So yeah. Well, yeah, it's the same thing. Now that I'm thinking about it, it just clicked. But you just cut it from corner to corner. And that gives me my circle. So there you go. There's my circle. But now I feel kind of ridiculous because I think that's exactly what Erin did. And I watched her do that and still didn't remember that that's how you make you can make a circle. But it works for like projects like this where you need a pretty even circle to make the top. But yeah, so now that I just showed you something that we already learned how to do in the Christmas tree skirt video, but I didn't realize that. There you go. That's all I have for you. So we made these pincushions. You can watch the replay on this. And if you shared the video during the live, I am so grateful. Thank you so, so much. I'm going to go through and see who did that right now and add your names to a pot. And somebody's getting this super cute pincushion. This one. Wait, this one that I just made. So, all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Look on our page for our pinned post. I'm going to put that up in a minute about how to enter our craft basket giveaway. Erin and I realized that that video was a hot mess. Facebook was giving us some technical difficulty. We were having some issues with it, but we showed you guys what was in our craft baskets. I'm going to post a couple of pictures of those right now and tell you guys exactly how to enter that competition that we're going to draw for the winner on the 26th. So thank you guys so much for watching. I think that's all I have. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye, y'all.